Hey, what's up, all you huntsmen and huntresses out there? I'm Duuz-Diz-Din, and I'm coming at you with Volume 7 of Rwby. This is episode 10, titled Out in the Open. As we pick up from last episode, where Grimm have invaded Mantle, and the people are panicking after all of the manipulation done by Arthur Watts and Tyrion Callows. Let's jump in and see how their plan is unfolding. So, our huntersmen have their boots on the ground, doing their best to take out Grimm and evacuate the majority of the people to shelter. However, with so many people being evacuated, the shelters are going to fill up quick. Meanwhile, we see Clover and Crow get orders to do something unknown. However, the people are starting to kind of turn on the huntsmen who are protecting them, demanding to be brought up to Atlas, questioning what Ironwood is doing. Why aren't they being protected properly? Only for Ironwood, as well as Robin Hill, to appear on a broadcast with him basically spilling the beans about everything. Salem, Arthur Watts, Tyrion Callows, the whole shebang, saying that they've been infiltrated and all that good stuff. Rwby is completely taken aback and is overjoyed that he has finally decided to just open up about the whole entire situation. She's so happy to hear this. Meanwhile, we see Cinder and Neo, who at first thought that they were talking about them, that they knew that they were the ones who had infiltrated things, but it's soon revealed to them that that is not the case, as Arthur and Tyrion realize that they've been made and have to readjust their plans for a little bit. As we see a nice little moment of John doing his best to actually get people to line up and march single file and all that, using his literally using his crossing guard skills to good use. However, you know, Ironwood also mentions the whole situation with the Amity Coliseum, how he was turning that into a communications array to get signals out to the various kingdoms, saying that it's been completed, which we know it hasn't. But Arthur doesn't know that, and he's immediately taken back by the fact that, oh, that's what you were up to. I never would have guessed. So he knows what his job is now. Meanwhile, Robin Hill and Ironwood let the people know that they will be doing what they can to get everybody evacuated off of Mantle and up to Atlas. Meanwhile, Arthur wants a little bit more chaos and pandemonium, tasking Tyrion with that job, with Tyrion having the perfect idea once he hears Robin Hill mention where she's going to be going in order to evacuate people. Meanwhile, Cinder tells Neo to go about getting the lamp from Oscar, while she goes about taking what she wants from the Winter Maiden. So, as the various Atlas forces arrive to get people to safety, Rwby is doing her best with uh, doing her best in order to get people where they need to go with Harriet. Unfortunately, they end up being cornered by this massive mammoth Grimm. But with the combined efforts of Harriet, Rwby, and the freshly arrived Penny, hopefully they'll be able to do some damage. But Rwby tries her best to tap into her Silver Eyes ability, but to no avail. And when Penny gets knocked away by one of the tusks, Rwby notices that how strong that tusks are and comes up with a plan. So while Harriet is in a little bit of a sticky situation, in comes Penny, distracting the elephant with a massive energy blast, focusing specifically on one of its tusks, so that Rwby can come in and easily cut it off. Penny slams it into the ground, Rwby trips the elephant falls on its own tusk. Bye bye, Elephant Grimm. A perfect plan that gets the people of Mantle cheering. Meanwhile, Robin breaks off from her group, sending one of her happy huntresses off to get the people to safety. You know, I believe it's Joanna, while she goes looking for more people, see if she can find more people who are in trouble, only for her to be confronted by Tyrion, who wants to create more chaos by having the people's champion die by his hands, only for it to have been a ploy. This has all been an elaborate plot to bring him out into the open so that he can be confronted by Robin, Clover, and Crow. Meanwhile, Watts ends up falling into a trap of his own, as he notices that the Amity Coliseum has not been completed, and he soon finds that he's locked in with General Ironwood. It has all been a ploy, as the Coliseum has not been completed, and this is simply to draw him out in the open so that they can turn things back on by having him in close proximity. But Arthur ends up taking control of the Coliseum, telling Ironwood that he won't go down without a fight, activating the anti-gravity section of the arena. So we get to see a nice little showdown. I really didn't think we were going to see one of the sections activated in this season, but that's pretty cool. I'm happy to see it. I can't wait to see how this showdown goes, especially since I think both Ironwood and Arthur don't have their semblances. So it's just gonna be a good old fashioned gunfight. One gun versus two gun, Toad and Ironwood. Let's see how that showdown goes. But man, I'm loving the design of the anti-gravity room. It is so cool. Looks very like Tron-esque Tetris. So it's really awesome. I'm loving it. I can't wait to see the showdown. It would be cool to see other people fight in this. I think this was actually also supposed to be shown originally back in season 3, I think it was, but they never were able to bring it to fruition until now. So I always love stuff like that where it's just like, oh, we weren't able to use this idea here because of time constraints, but we can use it over here. Always good. We also got to see Elm's hammer actually turn into its gun form, which is none other than a rocket launcher. Rocket launcher. I was wondering what could possibly be the gun form of her hammer. It's so massive, it's so large. I can't imagine what it could possibly be, but it's like, no, it's a rocket launcher. And I'm like, oh, that is so cool. That is so amazing, and it fits, rooting yourself into place, a hammer, a rocket launcher. Dude, it just makes so much sense. And Cinder, oof, like Cinder has the credit of being one of the few characters in the series to just outright just kill some people, just eliminate them right on the spot. And it's just like, yo, oh, that's what makes her so dangerous. You kind of get like the heebie jeebies when she shows up because it's just like once she's on the scene, that means people are probably going to die. So there's going to be some loss of life somewhere down the line. And, I really hope she doesn't kill anybody, but, Cinder is very vicious and she's out for blood. And the fact that she's going after one of the maidens means it's only a matter of time before she bathes in someone's blood. We'll just have to wait and see, but a phenomenal episode. So great, so fun. I love that our heroes are starting to get on the back foot, managing to, strike back against their enemies, but with several episodes still left in the season, it's pretty obvious that things aren't going to work out for the best. And I'm happy to see where things go, but tell me your thoughts, feelings, and theories in the comment section below. How did you feel about this episode and its various plot points? Were you happy to see the heroes start to get the upper hand, or were you also aware that things were going to take a turn for the worse with so many episodes left? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, leave me a like. If you didn't, feel free to leave me a dislike. Subscribe and hit the bell icon. That way you never miss out on another Rwby episode review. And until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.